What are you doing after this?
After the race?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it feels like we're wasting a lot of time.
No, I know. I'm just excited, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Hey, I love you.
What?
Nothing. Shake it, babe. Get some.
Welcome to the special edition of the Dickerods
Hey.
on a Sunday.
Sunday special.
I know we got you off key now, but Glenn's going to introduce our first topic and we're going to go with it.
All right, for the first topic of today, we are going to talk about the Warriors versus the Rockets. And it's a matter of whether or not the Rockets, who are currently sitting at the top of the West, can actually take down the Warriors in the playoffs.
First off, Glenn, they're hardly above the Warriors.
It's still above the Warriors.
Oh my goodness, they have one loss more than the Rockets. So,
It's still above the Warriors. I don't care whether or not it's only one loss. I don't care if it's 0.5 games above them. They are still ahead of the Warriors, and I still think they can beat them.
I think you're absolutely high out of your mind. First off, let's take a look here at how the Rockets have done in the postseason recently. Now, let's see. Since 2000, they have only appeared in 3 semifinals and 1 conference final. And if you want to put this in terms of a record, in series for the Rockets, they have only won 4 and they have lost 10. That's not a good record.
Okay, but did those Rockets that won that only 4 games or 4 series, did they have James Harden and Chris Paul?
I don't care who they had. You want to look at the Warriors, who have appeared in the finals the last 3 years? Has their lineup changed that much? No.
If anything, they've added Durant, but
Yeah,
still.
exactly.
You look at the Rockets this year. First of all, they were on a 15-game winning streak.
Okay.
Second of all, well, that's only 1 game short of the season-high winning streak for the year.
Okay,
They
good
are
for
2-1 against the Warriors this year. Both of those games, all 3 of those games they've played have been very close games, and the Rockets have pulled out 2 of them. I think they can take them. And on top
No
of it,
way.
you throw Chris Paul in there. I think the Rockets have only lost 5 games this year with Chris Paul in the lineup.
I don't care if you throw in the whole freaking NBA All-Star team. They are not going to beat Golden State.
I think they definitely can.
There is no
They are
way.
19 and 1 in their last 20. They are playing really good basketball.
Listen, if the Rockets can somehow continue their streak and hold on to stay in the number 1 position, maybe they can pull off some magic and beat them.
I don't even think it has to do with whether or not they can keep that top spot.
Oh,
I literally think they
keep
just
the top
are
spot.
actually a good enough team to beat them.
I don't think so.
I definitely think with James Harden playing the type of basketball that he is playing this year, MVP status basketball, and he's playing like crazy. Chris Paul is having a fantastic year as well. I think they can do it.
I'm not going to argue that Harden is playing MVP basketball because you can't argue that. That's absolutely true. But I don't know. Just looking at the statistics, home and away, honestly, I'm not sure if it even matters if they're home or away. I don't think Golden State is going to lose. I don't see it happening. But let's go into our next topic. Glenn's boy, Johnny Manziel.
Let's go.
The troubled child himself. He came out with a statement this week. He wants to play for free, folks. He wants to play for free. Well, no one has ever played for free in the NFL. First, he's just an idiot. Why? Why would you offer to play for free in the NFL?
He wants to prove he can stay sober. That's why.
Okay, well, I still don't think he'll stay sober. The only reason he'd stay sober is because he couldn't afford to get drunk.
He's been
for free.
sober for the last 3 years.
I'll prove
Last
it,
2 years he's been
Prove
sober. Prove it. I don't know, other than the fact that he said literally on the, what was it, Good Morning America he had that interview on? He said he's been sober for the last 2 years.
Good morning, America, folks. Good morning, America.
I think he's been sober. I 100% believe him, especially in the fact that he came out with such a personal detail, the fact that he's been bipolar. That was so personable.
He's been more sober than you have in the past 3 years.
Yes, he has been.
Well, the only person who have ever tried this same thing is Ray Rice. You know how that worked out for him. So
I don't know why you wouldn't just take him onto your practice squad. It'd be the best damn quarterback you've ever had on your practice squad. I don't understand why you don't.
Yeah.
Just let him prove he can stay sober for an entire year, to stay in the right mindset that he wants to legitimately play football for a full year, and just see what he can do from there. I mean, if he wants to prove himself, this is so little risk by bringing him on. He's on the practice squad, so he's not there or even close to around when it comes to game time. It's not like he has any type of legitimate locker room like distractions, because he's not there during, before, or after the games. He is there during practice. He is there for the defensive linemen to sack his ass as much as possible. They are there to rock his shit. That is his only freaking reason for being there. So why not just take him on and see if he can actually still play?
I say ship him across the border.
Oh my god.
So, lastly, what do you guys think about 6 mound visits to limit the game time?
That's such bullshit.
See, there's a little bit of good to it. How I see it is, whatever people say, the number one reason people don't watch baseball is because it's a slow game that takes too long to watch. I mean,
but that's baseball.
Even baseball players, they're like, I hate watching games because they move so slow.
Yeah.
And I guess they're trying to make it more viewer friendly. I agree, it's baseball.
It's baseball. If you can't stand the game that baseball's been for over 100-something years, then don't watch in the first place. But don't change the rules of the game to adapt for those who don't have an attention span to watch a game.
But as we once said, we are just going to use the talents to exploit the players and make money for ourselves.
But like whatever. But anyway, the reason why this is a problem, they're changing the rules of the game to satisfy the person who's going to watch the game, as opposed to trying to keep the game so it's more favorable towards the teams. Because right now, this rule screws over teams. It completely takes out the ability to take like a specialty type pitcher. When you used to have someone who was like a lefty specialist and came in for one batter, you're going to tell me you're going to waste 2 mound visits by taking out the guy who's in front of you, putting a lefty specialist, and then take him out one batter afterwards at 2 or 4. That's such bullshit that they're going to end up doing that and taking out, and they're only going to limit you to 6 of them. And what's going to happen if a manager goes out for a 7th?
That's true. Well, what I don't understand, if you want to do that, then somehow limit it so that you can only visit a pitcher a certain number of times. Like now we have it that you can visit a pitcher 2 times. You can visit a pitcher 2 times. Second time you got to pull him out. That's fine. I mean, I guess they don't want the catcher coming out and going back in. I mean, I've played in many games where the game's been stupid slow because the catcher comes out every other pitch.
Yeah.
Friggin' sit your ass behind the plate and figure it out. All right?
And if a pitcher's too stupid to figure it out, and if a pitcher's too stupid to figure out that 1 means fastball and 2 means curveball and a wiggle of your fingers means a changeup, then you got bigger issues than just how to throw the ball over the plate.
Well, I don't know. There's a business perspective of it that it needs done. Something needs done to the game. Something just needs corrected.
I just don't think they need to change the rules to the point where they're going to legitimately affect the game.
Well, that's what they're doing to every sport. Football, hockey, whatever. It's stupid.
Real quick to add on to this rule change, did you hear about the whole rule change where they might change it in the 9th inning? The manager can pick his 3 batters he wants to put up there if you're losing the game?
That'd be probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
And the argument is that if you watch a basketball game, LeBron James is never on the bench for the last 3 minutes.
Well, good for freaking basketball. This is America's game.
It's such a bullshit rule if that ever becomes an actual rule as well. If they're going to legitimately change this, well, just for the viewers, it's stupid.
We got pop out. Have a good week. Thank you for tuning in to this Sunday special.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Thanks for watching.